Jeep with a transfer case that they said locked up. They say when you put it in neutral, it'll move. And that's all we need is neutral. We'll pick it up and haul it to the shop. And possibly Monday, possibly if I have a minute this weekend, we'll check it out. So we're taking the new truck to go haul a rig down the highway. And here's why we built the new truck. For this stuff. I say that so many times, but just pointing it out. Everything's different. Trailmater does one thing, this does another, the Jeep does another, the buggy does even more. It's just the way it works. Options, options. So, this is the one we hauled in from the KOA the other day. They thought it was something with the transfer case. We pulled the drain plug on the transfer case. Of course, we didn't get that on film, but we pulled the plug on the transfer case and the fluid was perfect. No issues, so we're wondering if there's something wrong somewhere else. So we heard some noise when we were running on the lift, heard some noise in the rear diff. We pulled that, and we've got some debris, some debris. Yeah. So, we're gonna pop the cover and check it out. All right. Come on, Mike. Everybody wants to see it.
People gotta know.
People are waiting.
Wait, hang on. We gotta go into high speed mode.
Oh.
There we go. Oh.
Holy crap.
Hey, I found the problem.
Yeah, so did I.
There's 4 of them in the cover.
So, the diff bolts have loosened up.
Whoa.
And here, let's just go ahead and take those out real quick. So that's what bound up and seized up. So that is what killed it.
Dang it.
Yeah, so this is gonna need new gears and all new bolts, which we have new bolts. But the problem is if this locker was destroyed, you see right here?
Yeah.
These are the bolts bouncing around in there.
Binding up. And
yeah, so rotate it a little bit. Hold it, hold it. Okay. Is that the final straw?
Might be. Yeah.
Look at that. Okay, see right there, Mike.
Yeah, how it split apart.
So what it did is this bolt bound up and it pried that apart.
Ah.
So it kind of bound that. What we've got to do is check the housing. We got to check everything. So we're gonna have to strip this whole axle down. So we're gonna pull everything out. This, honestly, when you put the bolts back in and tighten it up, will probably twist back straight.
Yeah.
So we've just got to watch that as we do it. So this is probably savable, but I mean, we're gonna have to gut the whole axle, clean everything out. There is shreds and shards everywhere. And it needs a new axle shaft on that side, so it needs help.
Lots of help.
So it's got a bent axle shaft. Just the flange is bent. So when you drive, when we had it on the lift and we were driving it, the tire was going a
little bit.
It's very technical. Anyway, so we got all new chromoly axle shafts. We've got new gears install kit. So Mike's gonna tear this apart and we will go back together with it.
So here it is. It's really not so bad until you come in here. It's less ideal.
So this is where the bolt backing out of the carrier is gouged around there. Luckily it's a thick spot of the carrier, so there's no damage done there. I mean, obviously it's not ideal. There's so much. That's the biggest thing that you got to watch for when you lose stuff inside a diff, is making sure that you clean every little nook and cranny out, because it's just covered in shavings. Everything has to get clean. We'll split the locker apart, clean it up internally and everything. Get some new gears on here, new gears, bearings, and axle shafts through the whole thing, and we'll have her back up and running soon. And then we just did new gears in this guy. Did new gears in this, so it's all ready to go. Get back on the trail and break more.
All right, there it is, all cleaned up, ready for some fresh stuff.
We just pulled the screws out that hold it together. This is looking pretty good. These have a couple points right here where you can see the threads. So we'll take our Dynafile and clean these up and get it to kind of push back into place. Yeah, it is pretty tweaked. I don't know. We'll have to look and see if we have an extra one of those. So you just see all this glitter in here and all these little shards. That keeps it from functioning properly. We'll just do it like this.
Wingo Tango.
Those with that, those with that. So here's where the issue is on these.
Furry looking guy.
Yeah, so that little spring is usually a lot of the issue of the engagement on these E lockers. All right, this is a factory one, huh?
Yeah, I was gonna say, This is factory.
So this engagement is what gets your locker. That ring gear clips into this and holds it solid to the case, and that's what makes your locker. So when you get this stuff in here, it just kind of binds up because there's such a tight fit there. So a lot of times when you have gears go bad or bearings go bad or stuff like that, you want to pull the locker apart and clean it just to get all the shreds and chunks of stuff out of there so that the locker operates properly. Here's all our spare lockers.
One? That's the
See,
one.
8422. Right there. See? So you just never know what kind of awesomeness we'll have laying around to help get rigs back on the trail. These are all Jeep JK and JL steering components. They're factory ones we pulled off to put lift kits on. Got all sorts of random stuff. And this is just the one Connex. See, then if you wander over into here, we've got what we call the used parts Connex, which is just drive lines galore. And then we've got axle shafts, and axle shafts, and then axle shafts, and then just random whatever. You need a 4-cylinder Toyota transmission? Just happen to have one. And there's some Jeep doors back there, lots of coil springs, control arms, seats, dash for a CJ7. Never know what kind of random stuff we'll have laying around. There's another Toyota transmission. And this is just the stuff we put in the Connexes. The backyard's full of even more stuff. Because, I don't know if you've realized this, I'm kind of a hoarder. And I accept it, and I know it, and I'm fine with it. Alrighty, so here we go. Mike has got everything all cleaned out in there. Even down in the tubes there. Oh, Mike missed some.
What I missed?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
See?
See, like I said, it's all them little crevices you gotta watch out for. We got the locker all cleaned up. Locker's all cleaned up, ready to go back together. That last little piece.
We got a new used
Evened
one
out.
of these.
Yeah, we evened out those, and then you can see right here where these bolts kicked, and it kind of damaged the plate. So we've got a couple old ones, old lockers, so this is all in good shape. We'll put that on, get the screws in there, get everything back together, and get it rolling.
This is the critical stuff that was missing originally. Red sauce.
Red sauce, red Loctiter.
Red Loctite. Makes all things stay together a little longer.
Look at that. If anybody wants a bad boy, Mike right here runs chrome sockets on his impact because he's a bad boy.
Danger. Wear eye protection. Oh, that is gorgeous. That's 5 to 7 all day.
So now all we got to do is paint her up and see what she looks like. Okay, now what we're doing here is we're putting some marking compound on the teeth, whatever. And so then you want to check your gear pattern to see how it looks.
How did we do?
Look at that.
It's not horrible.
I don't know, down in the tooth right there, roll her up. I mean, there's a lot of paint, so it's kind of overlapping your mark. But
yeah,
no, right there, nice and deep. Nice and deep back. No, that's perfect. That's a good pattern. Let's run her.
Okay.
The old new chromoly axle shafts in there. Going back on with the brakes. Oh, I'm certain we'll get in trouble for hanging those.
They hung themselves. We didn't do
But
it.
you know who didn't? All right, we didn't go there. We didn't go there.
That was not an Epstein joke at all.
Got a good gear pattern on there. Everything's good. We got to do the locker back together, and then this hombre should be back up and running. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah, it's gonna be okay.
It will all be okay. All right. So anyway, there's that one. All said and done, good to go. On to the next, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Here we go. Thanks for watching.
Thank you. I mean, there's worse things that could happen.
I'm intrigued.
I mean, it's still rolled in here.
It didn't shoot out the cover.
Right.
You were running it on the lift, and I was like hearing, and it was sounding like from here, and I put my hand on the cover, like quickly,
Yeah.
and there was a noise, and I got away because I was waiting for something to shoot out of the cover. Justin saw it.
Yeah, exploding diff.
I was waiting for that.